Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Man shot to death after his dog bit his neighbor. A man was shot to death after his dog bit his neighbor in Top Hill, Montclair, St. James on Saturday morning. He has been identified as 40-year-old Omar Nichols, otherwise called Ras, a cleaner from the Top Hill community. According to information reaching reporters, around 10:45 a.m., Nichols' dog bit his neighbor. Police said a man reported to be a relative of the person who was bitten armed himself with a handgun and went to Nichols' yard. The now deceased was standing at his gate, the police said, when the man pulled a handgun, chased and shot him repeatedly. Nichols fell to the ground and the gunman used a stone to hit him in the head, after which he made good his escape on foot in the area. Police have since launched a manhunt for the killer. Chino charged with murder after laborer is shot to death. A 32-year-old man from St. Catherine was charged with murder following the chopping death of another man on Burke Road, Old Harbour, in the parish on Sunday, July 1. Charged is Jimmer Simmet, otherwise called Chino, a mason of North Street, Old Harbour. Dead is 44-year-old Kevin Davis, otherwise called Tubi, a labourer of Bodies Crescent, Old Harbour, St. Catherine. Reports of the Old Harbour Police are that about 2:20 p.m., Simmet, along with other persons, allegedly set upon Davis where they beat and chopped him with a machete. The police were alerted and on their arrival, Davis was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. On Tuesday, July 11, Simmet handed himself into the police in the company of his attorney where he was interviewed and subsequently charged. Davis' court date has been finalized. His accomplices are currently being sought by the police. PM urges St. Elizabeth residents to help police locate 8 prisoners who escaped. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is appealing to residents of St. Elizabeth to assist the police in locating 8 prisoners who escaped from the Black River lockup last month. The men charged for several crimes escaped on June 19 and are yet to be located. Speaking in St. Elizabeth, the Prime Minister urged residents to share whatever information they have with the police.
We're in the parish of St. Elizabeth. This is the parish, but not the exact constituency, where the jailbreak occurred, where I believe 8 prisoners, and may I add 8 dangerous prisoners that escaped during the jailbreak. I want to take the opportunity to appeal to residents in the parish that if you have information about the whereabouts of these escapees, please present that information to the police. There are many ways to present the information whilst maintaining your anonymity, if you so desire. But if you have information, please help us to have those escapees returned to the criminal justice system.
Jill Stewart passes after brave cancer fight. Jill Stewart, the wife of Executive Chairman of Saunders Resorts, Adam Stewart, has died. Mrs. Stewart passed away peacefully Friday night, surrounded by loved ones, her husband announced on social media Saturday afternoon. She has been diagnosed with cancer just over a year ago and shared her battle with followers on social media. In her heartfelt message, Adam Stewart said, "From the moment we received her terrible diagnosis, Jill was certain she wanted to share her journey, our family's journey, wherever it led. Opening herself to this community was brave and generous, just like Jill. She remained deeply touched by your words of comfort and she hoped her story would serve to impact and protect others in the pursuit of prevention," Adam Stewart, who is also chairman of the Jamaica Observer, reported. Adam and Jill recently celebrated 14 years of marriage and share 3 lovely children. "To our beautiful Jilly, you taught us the true meaning of selfless love, and we will love you forever," Adam Stewart stated. Policeman among 4 in custody following Bogwalk shooting. The St. Catherine North Police have taken 4 men, including a policeman, into custody following the shooting of a 21-year-old man and seizure of 110 rounds of ammunition. The arrests were made after the Bogwalk Police reportedly responded to a sound of explosions in the vicinity of the Enid Bennett High School about 8 p.m. on Thursday. During their checks, they reportedly observed spent shells on the road and the policeman was seen hiding in bushes. He identified himself and stated that he was attached to the Spanish Town Police Station. The policeman was escorted to the Bogwalk Police Station, where he reportedly revealed he had been in the area with 3 other men who drove off in a Honda Fit motor car. The 3 men were eventually accosted, and the 110 rounds of ammunition discovered during a search of the vehicle. Further checks reveal that a man was shot and injured in the area and was assisted to the hospital by a friend. The police are probing the series of events which they theorize are connected to a car deal. Police probing murder of man and wounding of 2 others in Papine. The St. Andrew Central Police are probing the shooting death of a man and the wounding of 2 other persons in Papine last evening. The deceased has been identified as 50-year-old O'Neill Sims of the community. Reports were that about 8:45 p.m., the 3 people were among patrons at an event when gunmen alighted from a motor car and opened fire at them. Sims and 2 others were hit. They were taken to hospital where Sims was pronounced dead and the others admitted for treatment. PM urges patience with work on the Southern Coastal Highway project. As work continues to complete sections of the Harbour View to Port Antonio leg of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, Prime Minister Andrew Holness is urging residents and commuters who have been inconvened to be patient. I ask our Jamaican citizens and the residents of Portland and St. Thomas to pardon the progress. Ultimately, you will be the beneficiary of this new development, he said. Holness said that the infrastructural development project aims to improve the overall area, noting that the narrative by some that the government doesn't care about the people in the parish is false. The government could have decided to not use the current alignment to go and build a road in the hill and bypass where the people live by. Instead, we decided, let's bring the infrastructure to the people because the people are going to be the beneficiary of the better water supply, better internet, better roads and greater economic possibilities in housing and industry that is coming. And we didn't just build a road. We are also developing the Morant Bay Urban Center, which is now under construction. It is a well-thought-out comprehensive development plan for the people of St. Thomas and Portland, he stated. The Prime Minister was speaking on Thursday during the official opening of the concrete road built in McDonald Place, Olympic Garden, St. Andrew West Central, for which he is a Member of Parliament. Holness acknowledged that more could be done to ease the discomfort being experienced by residents. Yes, it comes with dislocation, and I am the first to say that much better could be done in terms of ensuring the control of dust, allowing persons to enter their property safely, and keeping one lane at least in a drivable condition while the other is worked on. I know that various contractors and supervisors have made attempts to do that, but they have not been consistent in doing so, he stated. Consequently, Holness added, I have given directives now that the management of the Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project, particularly the section from Harbour View to Port Antonio, must fall under the direct management and supervision of the head of the National Works Agency. The Prime Minister also informed that he is getting more directly involved in the project, noting that he met with the Ambassador of the Republic of China to Jamaica to discuss, among other things, infrastructural issues. I raised with them the need for this project to be completed as quickly as possible, so I'm expecting that there will be greater speed and alacrity in the completion of the project. But I still urge our Jamaican citizens, particularly those who live and traverse the area of St. Thomas and Portland, to bear in mind the greater complexity of the project that it's been undertaken and the fact that there is no alternative route that could have been used, he stated. The Southern Coastal Highway Improvement Project represents the largest integrated infrastructure program of works to be undertaken in Jamaica. The Harbour View to Port Antonio leg of the project spans the parishes of St. Andrew, St. Thomas and Portland, and incorporates communities of Bull Bay, Mescard Garden, Albion, Yallas, Morant Bay, Seaford, Cedar Valley, Port Morant, Golden Grove, Hector's River, Boston, and Port Antonio. The multi-million-dollar project is being executed in 3 parts. Part A, Maypen to Williams Field, 28 kilometers. Part B, Harbour View to Yallas Bridge, 17.4 kilometers. And Part B 3 and 4, Yallas Bridge to Port Antonio and Morant Bay to Cedar Valley, 126.65 kilometers. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.